intensives, which is a retreat.
Sorry, what?
Enlightenment intensives. It's called.
Okay.
It's, you go away on it like it's a natural retreat. There's a whole process that you go through. And traumas were the norm. You would deal with a lot of people who went through trauma, so you need to know how to support them through that.
Yeah.
Not interfere with it in relation to, doing anything other than support them through it. And there's a talent to that, because some people, they get freaked out when another person gets freaked out by their trauma. And so, it can be a difficult thing to deal with if you're not ready to support a person on the inside with that.
Yeah, the Vipassana retreat, Southwest of Barrie, you have to be, if you have trauma, you have to have faced it already.
Right.
In order to attend.
Okay.
They don't want you coming in with any mental
Right.
issues. So
That'll take care of about 75% of the traumas anyways, because there's a lot that come up that people aren't even aware of.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
But yeah, any active ongoing traumas
Yes.
that people have are in the process of dealing with, that'll help, because I understand that process. My first dealing with a trauma, other than my own, when in an actual therapeutic sense for a person, was when I was 20 or 21, and I was managing a martial arts school in Etobicoke here, and we were getting ready for belt gradings, and I was pushing the students to do better and do better and do better to meet their requirements for their belt gradings. And I could see this one young lady in her mid-20s, I guess. She was having a really hard time, and she just, I could see her as I continued to, come on, you can do better, you can, and you could just see the emotion bubbling up in her. And then finally she just broke right down, and I said, come on, we're going to the office, and I said to the rest of them, keep practicing. And she just had a full blown out sort of trauma where she just let everything go. I mean, she was crying and yelling and screaming, and I just sat and put my attention on her, and I said, tell me what's up, what's happening. And I had another instructor take the class, because for the next half hour she just vented basically on what was going on, and she had sexual abuse from an uncle, and it was terrible. Her parents didn't believe her, and she'd been seeing psychiatrists for years, and they're telling her how she should be feeling. And anyways, after that, I didn't tell her anything. I just basically listened, and I said, hey, is there anything else? And she said, no. I said, okay, how are you doing now? She said, I'm better. I said, you want to join back in the class? She said, yeah. And then her fiance came in the next week and said, what did you say to her? And I said, I didn't say anything to her. I just listened to her, put my attention on her. She says, well, whatever you did, you had more effect on her than the last 3 or 4 years of psychiatry that she's been in. And I was blown away by that, because I'm no psychiatrist or anything, but I just put my loving attention on her and gave her a space to share it with no judgment.
yeah.
And she facilitated the healing on the inside of her own. So that was my first experience with a full blown out trauma at an early age, and then I realized that you don't really have to do a lot except support a person when they go through it and let them know that they're loved and they're cared for.